Welcome. The purpose of this video is to provide an overview in relation to cavity drainage sump pump installation. A really key consideration from a design perspective is the location of sumps within your basement and the number of them. These are key elements that we need to be considering from a very early stage. So a couple of key learnings to start with for you. Firstly, the principles for the number of sump pumps are based on standard 600mm diameter sump pumps, which are pretty typical for most of us manufacturers. And the principle is that we should have one for every 50 linear meters of perimeter channel. So let's take an example of a basement that's say 200 linear meters to the perimeter. We should be including 4 sump pumps. Now the location of these sump pumps should be within locations in your lowest level of basement that is suitable for areas of maintenance. So plant rooms, cycle stores, rather than maybe key habitable spaces. Ultimately, they will have an impact on finishes because we need to have an accessible manhole lid, essentially. So firstly, in terms of casting the reinforced concrete box around the sump pump, we would like to encourage structural engineers to design in the detail as is shown on the screen here. So as you can see, a waterproof concrete box is formed, which is larger than the sump pump unit itself. This eliminates the need to be casting in the plastic sump chamber at an early stage. It enables the complete construction of all concrete work without having any interfaces with the actual cavity drain system early on. All that we do need to include is the casting in of suitable drainage. As you can see, 110mm inlet pipes should be cast within the depth of the slab, which will essentially take the water from typically the perimeter channel underneath the slab to the relevant sump pump zone. Another key principle here is that each sump pump should have 2 inlets as a minimum. As you can see there, then on the right hand side of the drawing, there is a 43mm diameter outlet pipe. So this would essentially connect into a rising main that would then discharge or pump and discharge the water out and away from the basement. So this methodology of installing an RC box that is larger than the sump chamber enables a much easier method of construction. So sequence-wise, the next process would be, prior to installing the plastic sump chamber, would be to coat the inside of that RC box with a suitable waterproof coating. So we're going to turn on the HydroSeal FX layer. This is a 2mm thick cementitious waterproof coating that will provide the second line of defense within this box. The next step would be to insert your plastic sump chamber and then infill with a normal concrete around the outside. Next, we're going to turn on the layer for the HydroFlow cavity drain system. So as you can see, the build up here is that the HydroFlow HP20, which is a 20mm thick cavity drain system, is being installed on top of the Hydrocrete waterproof concrete slab. It will terminate around the perimeter of the sump chamber, where there would typically be an RC upstand formed, or at times there could be an engineering brick a couple of courses high being installed around the perimeter. The cavity drainage would then terminate onto this upstand with the HydroFlow corner tape, and that will provide a completely sealed membrane system around the perimeter. So we trust that's been helpful for you. A key takeaway we'd like for this video is to always bear in mind from a structural engineer's design perspective to form reinforced concrete boxes larger than the sump pump chamber. We trust it's been helpful, and we'll see you back next time.